Hello, everyone, and good day. It's great to have you here with us today. My name is Praise, and I'm with Alexi. I'm with Alexi Borok. Sorry about that. I think there was a interference there with the audio. So today we'll be talking about the new St. Paul's product called the um, Smart Pop-Up. All right. Before we get into it, I just want to welcome you all to yet another edition of the Village Square series. And the Village Square series is basically um, a time once a month where we give you bring you up to speed with new SendPost products or new features or new updates to an existing product. But today we'll be talking about primarily a brand new product in the release, which is the SendPost Smart Pop-Up. All right. So let's get into it. So if you go to websites, you just go to product and pop-ups. So in this video, in this session, all right, we'll be talking a little bit about what the pop-ups are and how you can make the most of the SendPost smart pop-ups. Right. So as I mentioned earlier, my name is Praise, and I also have Alexi with me. Let's me add him. Okay, great. So what are smart pop-ups? Have you ever gone to your website, all right, and you maybe your first few minutes on the website, you see a box that shows up and tells you to maybe get a discount or fill out your email address and join a mailing list. That is a pop-up. So what makes it smart? All right. So today we'll be talking about the new product line, SendPost ecosystem, a service for interacting with website visitors and turning them into potential customers. These are smart pop-ups. The pop-ups are boxes or windows, right, that are displayed on website based on user actions or the time spent on the website. You can get more out of your website with pop-ups by promoting users on actions, guiding them on purchases, and also capturing data. Right. So let's talk a little bit about how they look like and why you need them. So pop-ups are basically those boxes that you go to a website and they kind of have the way of interrupting your experience at the website. Their purpose is basically to get you to do something or get you to provide an information, maybe your email address in exchange for a discount code or something like that. So pop-up helps you to keep visitors on your website. So the longer a customer or a visitor stays on your website, the higher the probability of them becoming a client and bringing profit to your business. So you can actually offer things like guides to your service on how to use your service or expert advice to answer users' questions or to dispel their doubts. Some examples you must have noticed, especially if you go to e-commerce stores. E-commerce stores are known to use pop-ups a lot because especially during this season, this Christmas, New Year season, you will go to most e-commerce sites and you will see the options where you can receive discount coupon codes. You can, join a sale that is going on. And those pop-ups bring those information to your attention. Some examples you can see on my screen. We have a pop-up that shows you the top trending products. You have a pop-up that shows men accessories and you can learn more. You have a pop-up here that shows a product that displays a product to you and then you can order that product. So with pop-ups, you can actually collect data faster and more efficiently. So let's look at this scenario. Someone comes to your website and they browse through your website and they are about to opt out, they're about to leave your website. You can create a pop-up that only displays when a user is about to leave your website and tell them, wait, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Right? For example, and you can see on the screen here, we have a pop-up that says, leave your phone number and get 25% off. This is a lead capture pop-up. Basically, you want to collect the user's phone number in exchange for a 25% discount. Or you can see this other option that says get 10% off on your first purchase. Or all you need to do is to click the chat bots for WhatsApp or Telegram. So if you reach out to them on WhatsApp or you reach out to them on Telegram, you can get the 10% discount. So these are great ways to actually um, collect data faster and more efficiently. Customers do not need to fill a long form. They just need to take an action and you already have that information. They don't even need to make a purchase on your website. You just want to know that this customer was on the product page or they were on the contact us page and they provided us information why they were on that page. So you can actually offer gifts, discounts, or useful information in exchange for customer's phone number, email address, or chatbot subscription. This way, you can continue communicating with this user or to introduce them to your brand, products, boost sales, and get more feedback. So many a times you don't need to focus on making sure your customer buy right there. Some customers are just on your website to browse, to do some basic research and get some information. But while they are doing that, you want them to know that you know they are there, and you want them to know that you can actually continue this conversation out of the platform. So it's no news. It is not a new thing that pop-ups are a very annoying thing. Visitors hate pop-ups. So what can you do about it? Badly executed pop-ups get in the way of great user experience. It gets users or visitors angry and can be one of those new things on your website that doesn't help you get results. Have you ever visited a website that on your first visit, that a lot of media website does this? A lot of media websites do this all the time. On your first visit on the website, the first thing you get thrown at you is a pop-up. It's basically like you are, having a new conversation with someone and the person is just looking at you, doesn't want you to say anything and say, buy now, give me your email address. It looks like you are being robbed at gunpoint. So having pop-ups right at the beginning of your interaction with your website is very annoying, especially those pop-ups that have their close buttons difficult to find. So these are the things that can get users very angry and affect the effectiveness of a pop-up. So let's look at some mistakes that you can't afford to make. Let's look at some mistakes you can't afford to make. Number one, bad timing. Now we've established that we all know what pop-ups are. We know that pop-ups are those boxes that display on your websites based on many criteria. All right, you can have a pop-up that get displayed when a customer is on the home page, or a pop-up that get displayed when a customer has spent, like, say, 5 minutes or 2 minutes on your website. Now you need to use tools like Google Analytics, Mixpanel, whatever analytics tool you can lay your hands on. I would advise you use Google Analytics. You can use those tools to determine user behaviors on your website. And with that, you can be able to properly position your pop-ups in a way that you are guaranteed to get results. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have an e-commerce store, all right? And on your e-commerce store, you have, say, you sell fashion items, so bags, shoes, and that. You want the pop-ups that show on the shoe section of your website when the user goes to the shoe page or the shoe product page to be different for the pop-ups user will receive when they go to, say, the bag product page. You do not want to have the same pop-ups display across all websites. You also want users to be able to interact with your website. Let's say, for example, you've integrated Google Analytics on your website, and you know that on average, users spend, say, 30 seconds to interact on your website. And after 30 seconds, they are most likely going to bounce off your website. So that is the point you set up your pop-up. Your pop-up will immediately come up at, say, 29 seconds, when users are most likely going to prepare to leave your website. And it will be like a pop-up. The best idea of a pop-up there will be drop your email address in exchange for 10% discount, or are you browsing around? Do you need support to pick the right product? Chat us now on WhatsApp. Whatever options you choose, you want to capture the user's data, or you want them to be redirected to another website. So pop-up once you enter the website is a very wrong idea. We've established that and we cannot go back on that. Do not use pop-ups when the user is just entering your website. All right. Number two, many pop-ups at the same time. There are websites where you are browsing the sites and you receive a pop-up that says, fill your email address to join our newsletter. That pop-up is there. On the left bottom of your website, you see another pop-up that says, contact us now on WhatsApp for further information and support. That's number two pop-ups. Number three, you see another pop-up on the right here saying, John John Doe has bought 5 products. Basically, you are distracting customers. Way too much information on their face. You're not even giving them the time to browse your website and explore your content. You're just throwing them information. Do this, look here, look here. Now, the most important thing here is to note that people want to be told what to do. No one wants to come to a website and try to figure out what to do. They want to be told exactly what they should do. Here's an example of a website, right? And this is SendPulse website. So you can go to this website to explore, to sign up for free on the pop-up service. But what I want to show up to you here is this pop-up on the bottom right, right? So on this website is basically I'm exploring the website to learn more about the pop-up service, okay? But there is a pop-up right here that tells me wants to see SendPulse in action, book a personalized demo, and our representative will walk you through our core features. As you can see, there's only one single pop-up with a clear call to action. The clear call to action is telling me that book a demo. Basically, I'm exploring the website. I'm trying to figure out if this product is best for me. And the pop-up is telling me that, well, you may not be able to figure it out by just reading, right? Maybe you want someone to show you how the website, how the platform works, and how you can use it for your specific situation, and how you can use it to actually get results. So book a demo and let someone walk you through this process. That is the advantage of this pop-up. And that is why this pop-up is strategically positioned here to do what it needs to do. But in a situation where you are receiving multiple pop-ups and they are all over the place, you do not know exactly what you need to do. So you need to guide users, right? Be in their shoes, understand what they are trying to solve, right? Try to visit your website yourself and see, what do I need to do when I get to the website? How do I make the purchase? How do I understand the product? And then build your pop-ups in that manner. Number 3, a large pop-up covering the entire page. This is a no-no. I know that you must have gone to a website, for example, Peter Thiel's website, and you see that he has this large pop-up. Now, that large pop-up is very unique to specific kind of businesses or specific kind of website. You cannot use that same strategy for your business as well, right? So you need to take note of the time that specific kind of pop-up makes sense for your business, and make sure that you do not use it all the time. You cannot use that large pop-up at the beginning of the website. All right, try to avoid that. All right, so let's look at number 2, bad designs. Bad design. I've gone to a website once where I received a pop-up. Right, this pop-up is rectangular in shape. It has a brown black background. When I mean brown, I mean like sand brown, beach sand brown. No, that's a brown background. Then it has a red button, very bright red button, and a blue text. For some reason, I felt like maybe that website is not legitimate, because how much does it cost you to get a designer to design a pop-up? Right. So, what are some of the things that can constitute a bad design? Too many input fields. I know you want to collect a lot of information from your customers. You want to get the required information you can use to take the next action. Maybe reach out to them, maybe whatever. But more information doesn't mean more conversion. As a matter of fact, in this situation, the more information you ask from your customers or your visitors actually affects the performance of your pop-up. Just request for one information. Just request for their phone number or their email address, or for them to click a chat box. Just one. Overlapping information. So you have a pop-up overlapping on another pop-up, or a text overlapping on another text, or image overlapping over text. That is a complete no-no. No close button. This is not just an annoying thing to do. This is very frustrating. Imagine you have a media website and people are trying to read the news, and there's a pop-up telling them to maybe sign up to your newsletter, and they cannot read what is there on the website because they can't close that pop-up. It's very frustrating. And that way you get less conversions and less customers. So make sure your pop-up has the close button. Negative call to action. Negative call to action are basically any kind of call to action that has a way of annoying your customer, your visitors. An example of this call to action is I went to a website that was offering this free ebook, and I was about to leave the website and I got this pop up. Mind you, I have actually gotten what I wanted to get. So the pop up basically assumed that I have not gotten what I want to get, and then they want to sell me another idea or another product. So I got this pop up that tells me this free ebook bundle, I should get it, whatever. And I click on close. So I have these two options, two buttons. One very small button says um, get it. One other big button says no, I do not want to succeed in my life. I want to remain poor, whatever. Very annoying. Like, why? Why would you insult a customer or a visitor simply because they won't click on a pop up or simply because they will not give your email address? Put yourself in their shoes and don't be disrespectful to your audience. So make it as humanable as possible and make it look like something you feel good to interact with. So number three, poor targeting. Showing the same pop-up over and over and over and over again is a complete no-no. An example of this is an example of what to do, or the best way to go about this is make sure that your pop-up is targeted to your audience. All right, as I mentioned earlier, if you have an e-commerce store and you have a website, a page for bags, a page for shoes, and a page for, say, jeans, you want pop-ups on the jeans page to be relevant to jeans. You want pop-up on the bags page to be relevant to bags. You also want pop-ups on the shoes page to be relevant to shoes. You do not want to repeat the same pop-up on the home page on every other page. You want to be able to target that the right pop-ups are shown to the users at the right time. Showing irrelevant content in a pop-up. This is a very annoying thing. You go to a website and then you see a pop-up that doesn't have anything to do with the website. Please avoid that. All right, so so we've covered the most important areas. We understand what a pop-up is and why is it called smart pop-up. Smart pop-up is because you can actually optimize and you can actually target your pop-up in a very smart way. SendPulse has designed this pop-up service to be very convenient and easy for you to use. You don't need to design anything. You don't need to decide what to do. You just need to pick from the template and execute your pop-up. In the next section, Alexi will talk more about um, some specific features of the pop-up services and how you can get started on with the pop-up service. Alexi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Praise. Thank you so much. So, as usual, I will talk more about practical usage of this service. So, I prepared some slides. There are not that many of them, but I think that it will be understandable how everything works. So, hold on. Just to remind that my name is Alexei. I've worked for SendPulse.com for more than 3 years as business developer, and we're doing this similar webinars like this one. So several. It's probably our five. This is the fifth. Like, what episode do we have? Like, do you
Yes,
remember,
it's the
Fred?
fifth.
The fifth one. Okay. So I want to make a stress. Like, I like everything that Praise told. I mean that you need to build smart pop-ups. So sometimes they can irritate people. You can create a pop-up without the cross and how to or some other things, so the person will not be able to close it. You need to be careful with colors and some other calls to actions. So you need to, but I would like to focus. I want to focus your um, like to see that there is also important to know the position and the like the content what you're going to include in your pop-up. So as for instance, there are some screenshots from like the done in your personal account. You see that there are some templates. So we have some templates already. You can use them. There are some templates that you related to some holidays. Also, you can select where how they will appear. So it can be in like a floating pop-up message. It can be overlay. I will show you an example when like the overlay covers all the website page or maybe a landing page. In my case, it will be a landing page. It can be like there are many. It can be customized. You can have different pop-ups, as you already know. It can be subscription form. I will also talk about some chatbots integration. This is probably one of my favorite topics. I would integrate everything with chatbots, because nowadays it's super popular and super powerful tool. So we will talk about that also. And of course, you can request something, some data like emails, maybe phone numbers. It is up to you. So all these buttons that you see on the screen right now, all these like options you can find in your personal SendPulse account if you want. So it's not a problem for you. So this is an example on how you can integrate pop-ups with our website builder. So I'm not sure if all of you are familiar that we also have a website builder and SendPulse. So of course you can use your own URL or your website and start using pop-up service. But you can also use our. It's totally, it's super easy. For instance, on the, as you see, step number one, you need just to open. When you open our accounts, like of your personal accounts, you need to hint on websites tab, and after that create a website. You can also find the template there and change it a little bit. So I didn't so my screenshot is small, but still I used the template. I just added my photograph and connected with but so and connected some external URLs with the buttons. Actually I added my profiles on LinkedIn and Facebook, so it's kind of something like my photo, my name, and some biography. That is all. Okay, and step number two, you need to open the next, like another tab. You need to hint on pop-ups, and after that, you will have these two options. Whether so you can add your like external URL, external website, or in when you will hint on install pop-ups on your site created with SendPulse, there will be a list, or in my case, the only link of the websites created at SendPulse. So after that, you just need to confirm it, and everything. So the integration is done, and you keep start building your pop-ups. So as you see here. Another integrate, this is like, on my opinion, this is more interesting topics because I like telling about chatbots. And so first of all, focus on the slides number two, like in that one is placed in the middle of the screen. This is the pop-up actually that I created, and I select overlay. So on the left, you see that this is overlay. So you don't see my landing page at all because it's covered with these pop-ups. So the trigger was it was just time after the person scrolling something on my landing page during 10, if I'm not mistaken, or 15 seconds, this pop-up will appear. As you see, there is a discount. So of course, it's just an example. You can add many things. But I added 4 buttons and connected with 4 chatbots that I created in my personal account. So I call those chatbots Travel Blog. So just for you to see that you can use all of them or one of them. It is up to you. It is up to your strategy. How do you see this communication? How it should, how you see, like, what's in your opinion the best way in communication between you and your client or your recipient? So on the left, you can see also that you can change the text. So this was a template as well. It wasn't a custom template. I changed it a little bit. You can change colors, fonts, And actually, I would say that everything is can be customized, and also even the image that you see that there is a gift um, on the left slide, you can um, select it. So there are, if I'm not mistaken, around 15 different options. So let's say you want to uh, have an image connected with discount or maybe with some gift cards. So there are around 15 of them, which is great, I think, because it's just one pop-up with 15 different images, and there are many, many, many pop-ups. So you can imagine um, how many options do you have with the editor. And on the right you can see my chatbots. So currently we have chatbots for um, Facebook Messenger, for Telegram, for WhatsApp, and for Instagram. So you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and found we already did some webinars related to like about yeah, integrate like Instagram chatbots, about WhatsApp, if not mistaken, some others as well. But usually we try to talk more about um, like all chatbots all together. So some specific cases we discuss about, for instance, Instagram, but also we try to talk about others as well, other chatbots as well. So what usually when I'm making these like screenshots and trying to give you some ideas how to use chatbots, and today we talk also about pop-ups. I'm trying to explain how St. Paul's works. I mean, St. Paul's becomes really powerful when you start combining tools all together. So just for you, um, an example. So with you can connect pop-ups with your website or the website created uh, in St. Paul's website builder. After that, you can start with your pop-ups or smart pop-ups. You can ask your client to provide some information like emails or maybe phone numbers. It's allowed. So when you have email addresses or phone numbers, you can start using email services or WhatsApp chatbots. You can upload your phone numbers. You can also start sending text messages, and all of that can be combined in our A360 platform. That like this platform allows you to combine all tools and send triggered messages. So as you see, pop-ups like this is kind of instrument that allows you to find those that data like emails or phone numbers. So everything is can be connected, and the pop-ups will help you to find your um, uh, to request some information. You can also like track. You can find more leads. Chatbots can do almost the same, because if you will just ask to provide you like email addresses, the person maybe uh, will not find your reply, because the person don't like to check emails all very often. So maybe when you connect chatbots, you will for you it will be easier to find the ways on how to communicate with your clients. So mm we're trying to give you ideas, but it's up to you. You can have your own. You can. I suggest to create an account to test it by yourself, because all the editors that we have, no matter we talk about pop-ups, landing pages, web, maybe chatbots builder, everything is super easy. The editor is drag and drop, and everything is super understandable. Only API request requires some technical knowledge, but other things that like it can be done without a developer. Um, just from time to time, you need some technical knowledge, and that is how it works. So let's talk about statistics. So what you have here, you can compare results, how many visitors you had. Um, so you will have that in your personal account. So as you see, it was just my new landing page with that pop-up, so I don't have many visitors, but you, of course, you will see that information in your personal account. Also, Praise mentioned that you when he was showing you our website and he was scrolling down, there was a pop-up message to book a demo. So this is the best way if you have some doubts or you want to have to find like some maybe um, more information after we finish the webinar. It was, let's imagine that it's not enough for you, so you can scroll down and book a demo. Praise or myself will provide you with some more advanced, or we will talk about pop-ups in a more detailed way, or maybe we can suggest you something how to implement pop-ups in your business, so we can discuss your specific case. Mm, don't hesitate, book a demo, and we will guide you somehow. So let's actually um check our pricing. So as you see, currently my plan one actually 10,000 unique visitors. So the system, as you understand, tracks visitors. Okay, so do you see that there are some things that can be done with our free plan? If you never mind that our branding will appear, so we are totally okay. You can have 3 projects and have up to 10 active pop-ups per project. So it's totally fine, but you will be limited with only one domain. Well, if you have just one site, one website, one project, so that's fine. That's fine to test it. The same thing as I told you about the demo. If you have any doubts, just start with our free plan and test it. If everything works for you, why not? After that, you can upgrade. So as you see, there is an annual discount, so you can and semi-annual as well. So if you plan your budget, you can um, you can buy it, and this so you can upgrade whenever you want, even if you're buying an annual one. Let's imagine the uh, like let's imagine the situation when you've been using the tool for 2 months. So the system will return partly your funds as discount. When you upgrade, you will receive funds for 10 unused months. And so in such a case, you don't have to pay the full price each time, which is great. And so you can upgrade according to the result. Track statistics. If the like unique the number of unique visitors is keep growing, you keep upgrading. And so this is super easy. There are several ways on how to pay. So you can pay with the card. You can activate the auto renewal from the card, so the system will charge you monthly, or you can once top up the balance, top up your global balance, and it has no expiration date, and the system can um, extend your plan from your St. Pulse global balance. It is also possible. So there are many ways on how to pay. And actually, there is one more thing that I didn't mention. I also, you can rewatch our previous webinars. So all deals that created mm, on landing pages, or if you used chatbots, just to remind that you can connect payment systems, and after that, the person, your clients, will be able to pay or donate. So it means that all the deals created in such way, they will reflect in our CRM. So just so I wanted to tell you that we also have a CRM system, and this is another way on how you can combine tools and how you can use all these things together, like pop-ups, landing pages, or website builder, CRM system, and chatbots. So this is how it works. Just to remind that this is our email addresses. You can contact us anywhere, like anywhere. You can contact us, and we will provide you with support. If you have some specific technical questions, we will redirect those questions to our technical support team, and after that, we'll come up with the answers. You can also, if you have some doubts how to build this strategy, maybe we can suggest you something. So don't hesitate. Um, just send us an email. Emails are on the screen. It doesn't matter at all to contact Praise or Alexei. So it's up to you. So I think that this is it. I think that I pretty much done with everything. I told everything that I wanted to tell you. For more advanced demo, or you can book it or contact us. So thank you, Praise, for invitation once again. I think that another episodes we will run in new 2023rd year. So there are some days left. So I just want to congratulate you with winter holidays. We already had Christmas. So and that's it. Thank you for your time, Praise. I'm giving the stage for you, and thank you one more time.
Thank you so much, Alexei. It is good to have you again. Just to reiterate some few things, it's important for you to know that the chatbot, the pop-up smart, sorry, the smart pop-up is basically free. All right, you can start and grow your business to up to 10,000 unique visitors a month. And 10,000 unique visitors a month is a lot for a lot of websites. So just try it out. It's easy to get started with. You do not need to have technical know-how on how to install it and everything. The guide is there. And we're always available to provide you the needed support and assistance you need. And yeah, you can actually get more results using pop-ups on your website, capture leads, and make sure that you capture users that are most likely going to buy, but who are already leaving your website. You can re-engage them back and get their attention back, and get to capture their information or guide them on the next step to take. So thank you, everyone. If you have questions, we don't have time for questions because we're in the holiday season and we do not want to keep this long. So for those who sent in your questions, I will reach out to you individually and will provide you necessary answers either by email or I can call you up directly. So thank you all for, and you can always rewatch our videos. Thank you so much, Alexei, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you too. Bye bye.